name's Barry Hughes. We run North Head Cattle Company with my wife, Tammy. North Heads is 76,000 hectares, and within that 76,000 hectares we have a nature refuge area that consists of roughly 19,500 hectares. North Heads has been in my family for over 100 years, and I am a third generation cattleman in the cattle industry in the Gulf area here. I think it's important that we recognise that there is a long-term sustainability issue in our grazing industry management practices today. And in saying that, we need to look at ways of doing more with less, but also putting more emphasis on caring for our soils, caring for our vegetation, putting the right management strategies in place that's going to give us better outcomes. Yeah, well, North Heads has a wide variety of land types and vegetation types which attract a whole range of species, and part of that is the migratory species that come through from time to time. And I've just had a great experience at North Heads where we had about 300 to 500 ibises land and take up residence for 3 days around our house. I think having a nature refuge ticks one of the boxes that I have a strong belief in, and that is that the grazing industry and conservation are partners. We were able to put in strategic water positions. That's helped us immensely in alleviating that grazing pressure and the herd impact around the riparian zones, around the spring areas. But it's also been of benefit to the other species, the native species that make that habitat their home as well. Just having the natural attributes to give the habitats to all our native species, and being conscious of those as we go about our daily chores, when we're mustering, when we're doing our maintenance jobs around the property, keeping an eye on things, making sure that everything's in balance the way it should be. And I think as custodians of this land at this point in my life, I'm very blessed to be able to be in a position to be able to do that. Government needs to step up to the plate in regard to having a greater presence in regional and rural areas. It's a huge concern of mine that we manage from the top down, and a lot of that land management and funding management has got to come back to grassroots level with local input and local management wrapped around it at the same time. That has to be fixed, and it has to be fixed sooner rather than later, or all the good work that's been done in the past is going to come unravelled like a frayed rope. It's all about sustaining what we have and putting the right management strategies in place, so we're not taking advantage and not giving back, but looking at it in a way that it's going to be there for the test of time and leaving it better than whence we came.